Good afternoon, baseball fans. Welcome back to Chicago, Illinois for the series finale against the White Sox. We had a long one last night that ended in another Royals loss, extending their losing streak to 4. They'll look to put a win on the board finally in this game. Reynaldo Lopez will make his 5th start of the season. He has a record of 1 win and 2 losses, an ERA of 3.38, and he's pitched 24 innings. Pretty much everyone who's playing today, almost everyone, is pretty tired from the game last night. Here's Whit Merrifield, who got 6 at-bats and not a single hit. Average down to 317. Here's the first pitch. In there for strike 1. So the White Sox still sitting at 4th in the AL Central. The Royals still at 2nd. But the White Sox closing in on the Indians. The Indians closing in on the Royals as they lose sight of the lead in the AL Central. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off the other way. Mondesi will be out for 1 to 2 months. Merrifield out on 3 pitches. In response, the Royals have called up Bobby Witt Jr., who will be making his first appearance in the major leagues later today after being drafted just last year. So everybody in the Royals lineup, in between Gordon and Franco, is being moved up 1 spot. So here's Alex Gordon batting 2nd now. Fastball misses inside for ball 1. Gordon is 5 for 29 in his career versus Lopez. One-oh pitch. This is hitting to center. Here comes Basabe, and it drops in front of him, and Gordon has a base hit. Gordon only played half of the almost double game last night. He was taken out for a pinch runner, Anderson Miller, who played the rest of the game. So Gordon did not have as much energy expended last night as the rest of the team. Here's Jorge Soler, who also shouldn't be that tired. He is DHing. Fouled off. Soler, like Merrifield, had 6 at-bats and no hits. Oh, 1 pitch. And a pitch way low in the zone, called a strike for some reason, and Soler now down 0-2. And Soler's down on 3 straight pitches, so Lopez gets 2 outs, striking out 2 batters on 3 straight pitches. So already the Royals helping out the White Sox pitcher, swinging freely. The umpire helped there too. And here's Hunter Dozier, 2 outs, a man on first. Fouled off to the right side, strike 1. The Royals have scored 3 runs in the last 2 games. So their offense has been way off. They had a chance to win last night, but Trevor Rosenthal blew his first save of the season. And the Royals couldn't muster another run after that, only getting 1 hit that ended in a double play. Another skeptically called strike on another low pitch, and Hunter Dozier's down 0-2. Lopez looking for his 3rd 3-pitch strikeout to a Royals hitter. And he'll get it. Couldn't make it much easier for a pitcher than that. We'll see if Phil Meyer has such luck. We'll go to the bottom of the 1st. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Phil Meyer making his 5th start of the season. He has 3 wins and 1 loss, an ERA of 3.80, and he's pitched 21 1/3 innings. And the Royals need a good start from one of their starting pitchers. They got one from Junis, but the offense couldn't help out. A decent one from Montgomery. And again, the offense couldn't help. Jan Moncada will be leading off the game. Leori Garcia will be on the bench today. First pitch by Philmeyer. Hit the other way to left, and it's foul. Bronco can't get to it. They're playing the shift. So Bobby Witt Jr. on the field in the majors for the first time at the age of 19. Playing behind second base right now with the shift. 0-1 to Moncada. Swings and misses for strike 2. Cam Gallagher also behind the plate. Salvador Perez caught all 17 innings last night. 0-2 pitch to Moncada. Fouled off, still 0-2. So Philmeyer won't strike out the first guy he faces on 3 straight pitches like Lopez. Fouled off. But unlike the Royals offense, the White Sox offense has not been struggling. Another 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball, so Philmeyer can't throw strike 3. Moncada fouling every pitch in the zone off, so eventually he'll have to throw one outside of the zone, and that more than likely will end up in ball 1. Here's another 0-2 pitch. Swings and misses for strike 3. Was in the zone, but Moncada missed. So Philmeyer gets the leadoff man out on strikes, and now here's Luis Basabe. 1 out, nobody on, the bottom of the first. Changeup misses outside for ball 1. Basabe played all game yesterday in left field. And now he is relieving Leori Garcia today. 1-0 pitch. In there for strike 1. 1-1 pitch. Misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to Luis Basabe. See if Philmeyer can get a 1-2-3 inning. Those were in short supply last night.
That's ball 3.
Curveball misses for ball 3. And Philmeyer on the verge of walking a batter for Tim Anderson, which is something he should never do. Guess they didn't learn their lesson from last night. Ball 4. Another Royals walk. So a man on first, 1 out. Tim Anderson will come to the plate. Anderson batting .321. He got 5 hits last night. Slide step and a pitch out. Basabe not going anywhere on that pitch. So ball 1 to Tim Anderson. .1-0 pitch, another slide step, and it misses inside for ball 2. Anderson ahead in the count, the 2-0 pitch, and there's a steal. On the first pitch, that's not a slide step, and he'll get second. And the changeup misses for ball 3. So now Philmeyer has an open base. Might as well put Anderson on there now. A man's in scoring position anyway, and Philmeyer can't locate. 2 slide steps, Basabe didn't go, and as luck would have it, the first time it's not a slide step, he steals and gets the base, and Anderson will take the open base at first. So 2 men on and 1 out. Philmeyer's walked 2 guys on now. Eloy Jimenez got the day off last night, so he's fresh for the game today. Now Philmeyer already in trouble. First pitch was fouled off for strike 1. First pitch Philmeyer has thrown for a strike. Would have been a strike had Jimenez not swung since Basabe's at bat. Now the 0-1 pitch. Fouled off. .0-2 pitch. Misses low for ball 1. As expected, a breaking pitch low. Try and get him to swing. This will be 19 pitches for Phil Meyer. Still only has 1 out in the inning. Swings and misses for strike 3. There's out number 2. Jimenez strikes out his first at bat back. Just the series opener back on Monday. That'll bring up Edwin Encarnacion. Encarnacion batting .256 coming into this game. First pitch is in there for strike 1. The Royals will be getting a much-needed day off tomorrow after a long game. Last night, the whole team will get a rest. On the ground to Witt, throw to second is in time. And after giving up 2 walks, Phil Meyer doesn't allow a run to score. We'll go to the second inning now. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Ryan O'Hearn will lead off the second inning. The Royals had 3 strikeouts in the first. And all of them were on 3 straight pitches, so they clearly don't know what to do against Lopez early in the game. There's strike 1. And also it's been helping Lopez that pretty much everything that he throws is called a strike regardless of where it is. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off, and Lopez on the verge of another one. He's had a huge strike zone, much different than Phil Myers early in the going. Now here's the 0-2 pitch to O'Hearn. Fouled off, so at least it won't be on 3 straight pitches this time. Another 0-2. Collins behind the plate. O'Hearn takes this deep to right center, but Basabe goes back to get it. And there's out number 1, the first out the Royals have made that's not a strikeout. See how the White Sox line up tonight. Luis Basabe playing for Leori Garcia. The infield is the same. Zach Collins behind the plate. Suppose Abreu played first last night and Edwin Encarnacion tonight. A normal change for the White Sox. Now here's Maikel Franco. First pitch misses high, ball 1. Both catchers getting the day off, Perez and Grandal. Grandal had a great game last night. 1-0 pitch to Franco. Perez did not have a great game last night. So he's taking the day off today. Hopefully have a better series this weekend, as his series is likely over. 2 balls and 1 strike to Franco. Pretty much nobody on the Royals has had a good series anyway. So it's not like he was being singled out in that regard. 2-1 pitch to Franco.
Ball 3.
Curveball misses for ball 3. Cam Gallagher on deck. Waiting for Franco's at back to finish up. Maybe hoping to get a man on. 3-1 pitch to Franco. Swings and misses for strike 2, and that runs the count full. Payoff pitch. Misses inside for ball 4. The Royals have their second base runner of the game, this time on a walk. So Franco's average has been dropping, but his on-base percentage is still holding steady. That'll bring up Cam Gallagher, batting .500. He's played only 1 game so far. He was 2 for 4 in that game. He got a home run and a double. Both of those are off a lefty pitcher, and then the 2 outs he made later in that game were off of righties, as he'll be facing in this game. First pitch to Gallagher.
Nope.
Misses low for ball 1. Now the 1-0 pitch. Misses high for ball 2.
2 balls, no strikes.
So Gallagher finding himself ahead in the count. He last played on Saturday. If he doesn't hit to a double play, Bobby Witt will come up. And this is lined into right field for a base hit. Gallagher's 3rd of the season already. Now 2 men on with 1 out. And Bobby Witt Jr. will make his first at bat of the season with a chance to put the Royals ahead early in the game. Gallagher did a good job taking that one the other way and getting on base. His first hit off a righty this year, and here's Bobby Witt Jr. First career at bat, much earlier than anyone expected. There's strike one to him. See if nerves get to him. Many in baseball, in Kansas City at least, have said he will be for the Royals what Mahomes is for the Chiefs. 0-1 pitch. And again, another pitch called a strike. What are you supposed to do when those pitches are called strikes? Many are skeptical about that saying for Bobby Witt. So he's his first chance to prove himself. 0-2 pitch. Takes this one to left, and Jimenez is there for out number one. He can't move the runners over. And the throw misses the cutoff man, Anderson, and Collins has to pick it up. So 2 outs and 2 men on. Bobby Witt Jr.'s first at bat ends in a fly out to left. And Brett Phillips will come into the game, his first at bat in 4 games. First pitch to Phillips. Hit the other way to left, and it's in there for a base hit. Franco stopping at third. It was much too shallow for him to score. It went right to Jimenez and left. So now the base is loaded with 2 outs. And Whit Merrifield will come up.
The batter, number 50.
Good piece of hitting by Brett Phillips to get back into a game. The inning will continue. One more chance to bring in a run. Whit Merrifield struck out on 3 pitches like everybody in the top of the order aside from Gordon in the first. Takes this pitch the other way to right, and Encarnacion going out to get it, and he makes a catch for out number 3. And a chance to score is gone. We go to the bottom of the second. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Jose Abreu lead off the bottom of the second. Phil Meyer walked 2 guys on in the first and then got out of it. So he'll go to work in the second here. Strike one. The Royals had 2 on with 1 out in the top of the second. And then Bobby Witt lined out, not moving anyone over. And then a Brett Phillips base hit, loaded the bases with 2 outs. And then Whit Merrifield flew out to shallow right. So yet another missed opportunity by the Royals. They left 12 men on yesterday, and now, without a Abreu long shot to left center field, they're down once again. 3 home runs for Abreu on the season, and just absolutely nothing working for the Royals still. They can't score runs, and they can't stop the White Sox, or anybody for that matter. And already in the bottom of the second inning, they're down 1-0. Phil Meyer, after his struggles in the first inning, clearly just trying to put a ball over the plate. And it was a hanging breaking ball. And the White Sox don't miss it. Now here's Nomar Mazara like Jimenez. He didn't play last night. In there for strike one. Phil Meyer has to go back to work now. Still no outs. Mazara hitting 194. Oh, 1 pitch. In there for strike two. Now the 0-2 pitch. Chop foul to the left side. Still 0-2. Gallagher wanting it inside, and it's fouled off. We've seen a lot of this series. A Royals pitcher will get to 2 strikes and then just a bunch of foul balls until eventually it ends up in a walk or a hit. Another 0-2 pitch. Misses inside for ball 1. After a long at-bat with Moncada, Phil Meyer was able to get him. Fouled off again. Another 1-2.
Ball.
Misses for ball 2. Mazzara continues to stay alive out there. Phil Meyer throwing a slider that almost came in and hit him. Hard to fool a guy into swinging if it almost hits him. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off again. So now 8 pitches in the at-bat. A 2-2. Swung on and missed at that breaking ball low for strike 3. Phil Meyer finally gets Mazzara for out number 1. His 3rd strikeout of the game.
Batting it, the catcher, Zach Collins.
So Phil Meyer, like every Royals pitcher aside from Trevor Rosenthal in this series, now pitching behind in the game. Here's Zach Collins, batting .091. Strike 1 to him. His only hit so far in the season coming last week against the Royals. 0-1 pitch. Rounds it to the right side, foul for strike 2. The last game Collins played, he was 0 for 3. Now the 0-2 pitch. Way too high, ball 1. Not going to fool anyone on a pitch like that. One and 2 now. Called strike 3. Out number 2 in the inning. Phil Meyer has 4. Really getting things settled down after giving up that home run. But every run counts. The Royals could only score 1 in regulation last night. Luckily, Montgomery and the rest of the Royals bullpen kept them there.
Ball 1.
And pitch called a ball. We've already seen that pitch called a strike several times with Lopez on the mound. So Phil Meyer getting squeezed. Here's Danny Mendick at the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. Called strike 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Mendick batting .333 in his last 8 games. 11 for 33. 1-1 pitch. He got the game-winning hit last night, and he swings and misses with that slider. The game-winning hit was his only hit. 1-2 pitch. Swings and misses for strike 3. Phil Meyer gets the White Sox down 1-2-3 after giving up a solo shot. With the Royals hitting, that'll be hard to get it back, but we'll go to the 3rd. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Top of the 3rd inning, Alex Gordon will lead things off. He singled in the 1st inning.
Alex Gordon.
He was the only guy who didn't strike out on 3 straight pitches in that inning. So Ronaldo Lopez back to work. He had to throw a few stressful pitches in the 2nd. Probably looking for a much easier inning this time around. 0-1 pitch. Changeup misses inside, ball 1. He's also pitching with a lead, a 1-run lead. And with the way the Royals are hitting, that could take all game to get back. 1-1 pitch. Gordon fouls it off of Collins' foot for strike 2. Now here's the 1-2 pitch. Tries to hit it the other way, and he fouls it into the stands. Still 1-2. Collins wanting this high and outside. And that's where it misses for ball 2. Gordon staying alive out there so far. The 2-2 pitch. Misses inside for ball 3. Full count to the leadoff man in the inning. Jorge Soler on deck. Payoff pitch to Gordon. Grounds it to Anderson at short. He makes the play, and there's out number 1. You see how the AL Central's lined up. The Royals barely hanging on to their 2nd place spot over the Indians, and Chicago way down of the Indians right now. They have a lot of work to do. The Royals are struggling to stay in second at this point. If the Indians win and the Royals lose, then they are tied at second in the AL Central. Soler is 11 for 18 in his career off Lopez, but he showed in the first inning he's still lost at the plate. 2 balls and no strikes to him, so he's seen a few pitches in this at-bat now. Two-0 pitch. Strike one.
I got 2-1 to count.
2 balls and 1 strike to Soler. Here's the pitch. And a pitch called a strike. Again, looked a little low. That one a little more understandable than a pitch we saw in the second. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Soler. This is for ball 3, another full count. Hunter Dozier on deck. Hunter Dozier's been the only one of this series who's been hitting consistently. Payoff pitch to Soler.
50 minutes, ball 4.
Misses for ball 4. Soler just able to hold his bat back to avoid the strikeout and get himself a free base.
Right fielder, Hunter.
That'll bring up Hunter Dozier 0 for 1 today. We'll see if he can avoid the double play, something the Royals have struggled mightily with, especially with the game last night where they lost several scoring opportunities because of a double play. First pitch to Dozier. This is inside from ball 1. Looks like Lopez might be getting a better strike zone now. Maybe not by his eyes. It's kind of hard to throw pitches for a strike as much as he's been. As far outside the zone as he's been throwing. And then he throws a pitch like that, it's called a ball. There's strike 1 to Dozier. That evens the count. Lopez from the stretch with Soler on base. 1-1 pitch. Dozier hits it to third, and there's the double play that Moncada started, and that ends the inning. Another Royals double play. We'll go to the bottom of the third. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Start off at the bottom of the third, yet another Royals double play stops them in their tracks. And you see the statistics for the White Sox this year, they're pretty low. 12th in the AL when it comes to runs per game, 12th in average, 10th in on-base percentage. So if you were to look at these statistics, you would wonder why the Royals can't hold their bats up. And everyone back in Kansas City and everyone rooting for the Royals here, all wondering the same thing. No clear answer. Yoán Moncada leading off the bottom of the third. And like they did in the first inning, the Royals are shifting Yoán Moncada. So Franco, the only guy on the left side of the field. Merrifield playing in shallow right. And Bobby Witt playing right behind second. This is grounded into left field for a double. Gordon has to come a long way over to make the play. A leadoff double. So the question continues to be asked, why are they shifting Yoán Moncada when Yoán Moncada has hit pretty much every base hit he's gotten in this series the other way, and because of that fact, he's gotten several doubles. So here's Luis Basabe, a chance to double the White Sox lead. And with the way the White Sox have been going, it's probably more likely than not that they'll bring in this run. Slider misses outside for ball 1. Basabe walked and then got a stolen base his first time up, but was stranded at second. Slider misses outside for ball 2. So hopefully with the failure of the shift that the Royals defense have seen in this series, they will stop shifting so much. Here's finally strike 1 to Basabe.
1 strike.
Many hits, many doubles have been given up because of the shift. Moncada's been taking full advantage of it.
3 balls.
And he's never been a pull hitter anyway. So you gotta wonder why they'd started in the first place, or wonder even more why they continue. 3-1 pitch. Hit deep to right. It is tailing. And it goes foul. So full count to Mashabe. Almost made the lead 3-0 there, the payoff pitch. Swings and misses for strike 3. Good job by Philmeyer to come back and get out number 1 with a strikeout. Already he has 6 today. So here's Tim Anderson. He walked his first time up on 4 straight pitches. First pitch is hit the other way for strike 1. Fouled off. 17 RBIs on the year, and if he continues the way he was hitting last night into today, we'll have 1 here. There's strike 2 to him. So Philmeyer got a nice call there. And he really needed 1. He's been getting strikeouts, even though he's had a strike zone half the size of Ronaldo Lopez. 0-2 pitch. Grounded to Witt at second. Throw to first is in time. Good play by Bobby Witt Jr. Route number 2. The first put out he got wasn't very difficult. He fielded it at short and then tossed it over to second to get a force out to end the inning. That was a much tougher play. He did a good job. So 2 outs. Still a man on second. Here's Eloy Jimenez. Philmeyer trying to strand another runner in scoring position. Jimenez 0 for 1 today.
Ball 1.
Fastball misses low and outside for ball 1. 1-0 pitch.
Oh, that's a good.
Misses high for ball 2. Two-0 pitch. In there for strike 1. Jimenez clearly waiting for strike 1. Now that he's seen it, we'll see if he continues to play this at bat conservatively. 2-1 pitch. Fouled off for strike 2. With 6 strikeouts early in this game, the White Sox have been having trouble putting it in play. 2-2 pitch. But that's what happens when they do put it in play. It'll be 3-0 White Sox now in the 3rd inning. Another home run pulled deep to left. Jimenez now has 9 on the year. He's one of the better home run hitters. And he's also fresh, having not played yesterday. So by the way the Royals have been hitting the past several games, this is now well out of reach. It'll take a complete 180 on offense for them to pull this game out and to avoid the sweep. Royals pitching, starting pitching, continues to struggle. So we'll see how much longer Philmeyer stays in this game, giving up 2 deep shots, this one at 453 feet. So here's Encarnacion, 0 for 1 today. Pitch misses outside, ball 1. So as we saw with the statistics earlier, the White Sox hitting has been struggling, but not against the Royals. Another thing that's been struggling for the White Sox is pitching, and again, not against the Royals. Gio Gonzalez had his best start of the year so far last night. Didn't get the win for it. Only allowed 1 run. There's strike 1 Encarnacion. So far, Ronaldo Lopez having a good start. He had a shaky second inning, was able to get out of it, and then the Royals haven't put up a fight since. 2-1 pitch. In the dirt for ball 3. The offense could do nothing more than strike out 3 times on 9 pitches in the first inning, aside from the Gordon hit. So they've got their work cut out for them. Now they're down by 3 runs. And showing no signs of even being able to get 1. There's strike 2 to Encarnacion. That runs the count full. Payoff pitch. Misses for ball 4, and the inning will continue. Phil Myers already thrown 63 pitches. Eldred will come out to talk to him. He's thrown 22 in this inning. He'll face Jose Abreu next, who hit a home run his last time up to give the White Sox their lead. And Menez has now expanded it. So let's see if Phil Meyer fares better in this at-bat. A long inning for Phil Meyer here in the third. There's strike one to Abreu.
0-1.
Good start to the at-bat, getting ahead of him. 0-1 pitch. Misses inside for ball one. So this probably won't be a very deep game for Phil Meyer, and Mike Matheny really needed that. He used an entire bullpen last night. He needed someone to rest, and now it looks like that might not happen. They'll have to wait till tomorrow to rest. A travel day to Tampa Bay. Fastball misses for ball two. Of course, now with the game well out of reach, maybe Matheny will just keep Phil Meyer out there for a few innings, just because he has to and doesn't have another choice. 2-2 pitch to Abreu. This is for ball three. He's about to walk another hitter. Nomar Mazara on deck. Had him down 0-2. Didn't fool him with any of the pitches outside the zone. And this is hit the other way to right for a base hit. Dozier fields it. And no advance from Encarnacion over there at third. Doesn't have good speed. So now 2 men in scoring position with 2 outs here. White Sox looking to make the lead 5-0 with another base hit. Have to be a pretty deep one, much like what Abreu just did to bring in Abreu. Like Encarnacion, he doesn't have good speed. Here's Nomar Mazara. Kennedy and Hahn already warming up in the Royals bullpen, so another disastrous collapse from a Royals pitcher as the fastball misses high for ball one. And once again, the bullpen will be asked to stop the bleeding. 1-0 pitch. Misses low for ball two. And there is Kennedy and Hahn. It surprised Hahn would go out there and start warming up after pitching 5 innings last night. He's pitched in the last 3 games. Two-0 now to Mazara. Fouled off for strike one. Finally, Phil Meyer gets one over the plate, and it's fouled off for a strike. So, see if he can build on that and end this inning before things get really bad. Hit into right center. Phillips going after it, making the catch, so the White Sox have to settle for 2 in this inning. A 3-0 lead now. Royals offense needs to show up at some point. We're going to the 4th. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Ryan O'Hearn will lead off the top of the 4th. He's over 1 today. Facing a right-hander. See if he'll fare better today than he has in the last 3 games when he's faced a lefty starter. Fouled off for strike one. O'Hearn 5 for 12 against Lopez in his career, so he has good numbers against this pitcher. 0-1 pitch. In there for strike two. So, already down in the count after a foul ball and a called strike. Lopez looking for another 3-pitch strikeout. Oh-2 pitch, Collins wanting it low. And O'Hearn fouls it down the left field line. So we'll see another 0-2 pitch here. And it misses low for ball one. The Royals have hit so many foul balls down the line that just miss being fair by inches. Luck continuing to not be on their side. Now here's the 1-2. In the dirt for ball two. It's now the count even to O'Hearn as he tries to extend this at bat. Misses for ball three. That runs the count full. Maybe the Royals have a chance to get a leadoff man on here. Michael Franco on deck, who walked his first time up. Payoff pitch. And O'Hearn swings well before the ball gets there, and strike three, leadoff man is gone. Another strikeout for Ryan O'Hearn.
The third baseman, number 7, Michael Franco.
O'Hearn struggles to even put the ball in play anymore. Another strikeout to add to his record, and here's Michael Franco. Changeup misses outside for ball one. Franco's average was beginning to rise, and then as the Royals hit this last cold streak where they're in a 4-game losing streak right now, Franco, along with many other Royals hitters, just haven't been able to make anything happen, and his average has dropped down to 185. Duo pitch. There's called strike one to him. He was able to help his on-base percentage in his last at-bat by getting a walk. So he showed a lot of patience at the plate to get himself on first, but nobody could bring him in after the bases got loaded to that inning. The 2-1 to Franco. Called strike two. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swings and misses and a pitch in the dirt. He'll be thrown out at first. Strike three and a put out at first. 2 outs. Nobody on, and Cam Gallagher will come to the plate. 3 for 5 so far this season. Collins wanting the first pitch high, and it misses well high for ball one. 1-0 pitch. In there for strike one.
Look out, 1-1.
1-1 pitch.
At the ball.
Curveball misses for ball two. So far, Lopez having one of the best games he's seen this season. Another pitcher that the Royals have done that for. Collins running it inside, the 2-1 pitch. And it's in there for strike two. Hit the inside part of the plate. 2-1 pitch, 2-2 pitch to him now. And that misses for ball three. Another full count. Bobby Witt Jr. on deck if Gallagher can get on base. Payoff pitch to Gallagher. Misses for ball four, and Bobby Witt Jr. will get an at-bat with 2 outs and a man on first. No chance for a double play with 2 outs in the inning. So all Bobby Witt's up there to do is get some experience, maybe even extend the inning. He's 0 for 1 today. He got a good hit, good swing on the ball, good contact, but it went right to Eloy Jimenez and left. First pitch, well low, called a strike. We've seen that called a strike several times now for Lopez. Meanwhile, Phil Meyer continues to struggle this command, throwing pitches like that. Curveball just a tad bit lower is called a ball, 1-1. And Witt hits this to shallow right. Mendick goes out to get it, and he makes a catch for out number 3. And other than the walk, they go down easily once again. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Bottom of the 4th here. The Royals down 3-0. Struggling to get guys on base, and when guys do get on base, they can't do anything with them. They had one great opportunity to score into second. They couldn't do it. And now they're down 3-0. And on the verge of getting swept. And dropping their last 5 games. They're still 3 games above 500, but at this rate, they won't be over 500 very long. Here's Ian Kennedy coming in for his 15th appearance of the season. 14 2/3 innings pitched and an ERA of 3.07. Zach Collins will lead off the inning. 0 for 1 today. He has 1 hit this season, and it was against the Royals. First pitch to him. Misses for ball 1. Now the 1-0 pitch as Collins starts ahead in the count.
Ball 2.
Misses low for ball 2.
2-0.
And now the dilemma the Royals will be facing the rest of their game is that their entire bullpen is winded. 2-0 to Collins.
Yep, that ball.
Misses for ball 3. The Royals starters that are in there to chew up innings to get late into a games haven't been able to do that recently. Now the 3-0 to Collins. Strike 1. Finally gets a strike on the board to a guy who's been struggling to hit. Danny Mendick on deck. So face Collins, Mendick, and Moncada. It'll have to face Basabe if he walks Collins here. The 3-1 pitch is for ball 4. Leadoff man is on. Didn't even have to swing the bat to do it. We've seen a lot of that from the Royals. A lot of walks turn into runs. So here's Danny Mendick. If it wasn't for a walk to Jose Abreu last night, the Royals could have walked away with a win after all that. But Abreu walked, and then Grandal came up and tied the game, and then later in the 17th, won. Mendick fouls that off to the left side for strike 1. So the Royals bringing up Bobby Witt, maybe just trying to bring some life to the team, and they still look as dead today as they did in the late innings last night. This is grounded to Witt at short, and he can't field it. Might have had a double play if he would have fielded it. But on the third ball that's hit to him in his MLB career, it's his first error. So Yoan Moncada will come to the plate, 2 outs, nobody on. Kennedy can't get it out. He walked a guy, and now an error. Puts a man in scoring position. This is what happens when you walk people. Things just spiral out of control. At least that's how things have been for the Royals. Strike 1 to Moncada.
0-1's the count.
The Royals, on the flip side, though, have been walked several times and can never do anything with it. 0-1 pitch to Moncada. And this is hit into left center. And this will score at least 1. It'll score 3. Moncada hits a 3-run home run. His 5th of the season. So all the White Sox runs today are coming off of home runs. Kennedy still can't get it out. And now Matheny's got to figure out who he can bring in to get any outs because the bullpen completely winded. Score is now 6-0. And the Royals, pretty safe to say, have gotten swept by the White Sox. Moncada took this one the other way. Another pitch to left center, hit out of the ballpark. This one much more shallow, as it only got hit into the first deck. He's Luis Basabe, 0 for 1. Strike 1 to him with a cutter. Kennedy still out there. Matheny doesn't really have a choice. He needs somebody to get some outs, and now that the game's lost, it really doesn't matter. Someone needs to go out there and chew up innings.
1-1.
Fastball misses to Basabe, 1 ball and 1 strike. Let's see if Matheny starts taking out some of the starters now. He hasn't shown to do that all year in blowouts. They can really use it. Basabe swings and misses at that pitch. He's down 1-2. Gallagher wanting it high, the 1-2 pitch.
Ball 2.
This is high for ball 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2 pitch now. This is hit into left center. Phillips coming in, and it'll drop in front of him for a base hit. Kennedy, 4 batters into this inning, still doesn't have an out. And now he has to face Tim Anderson. Back to the stretch. That didn't take very long. Pickoff attempt at first is not in time. Wouldn't really be the right thing for the White Sox to do at this point if they did steal. This game's a blowout, well out of hand. You usually don't see teams stealing after that. First pitch to Anderson. Misses for ball 1. One-0 pitch. Misses for ball 2. Matheny right now being put in a position where he might have to bring Rosenthal in, just because he's the only pitcher that hasn't pitched multiple days in a row now. 2-0 to Anderson. Fouled off for strike one. It's also situations in games like this where you sometimes see a position player pitching. We saw Gordon pitch in a game like this last year. 2-1 pitch. Misses for ball three. Kennedy not locating at all now. If it wasn't for a Bobby Witt Jr., he'd at least have one out in this inning, but he has none right now, and 3 runs already scored, and a man on first with nobody out. Anderson has no incentive to swing the 3-1 pitch. He does swing, takes it to left. Gordon going back to get it. And finally, there's out number 1. Took 19 pitches and 3 runs scored, and Kennedy finally has the first out of the inning. And he's Eloy Jimenez, who homered his last time up. We'll see if Kennedy can build on that first out, maybe end this inning quicker. Chop foul for strike one. Oh, 1 pitch. Called strike two. Good spot for Ian Kennedy. Oh, 2 pitch. And for some reason, Basabe's going. And he gets second. Kind of breaking one of the unwritten rules in baseball now. He's still second to get in scoring position with 2 outs here. In the meantime, he is able to strike out Jimenez. And here's Edwin Encarnacion. With a base to give, we'll see if Kennedy responds by hitting Encarnacion. First pitch. In there, strike one. Throw more to the outside part of the plate. No balls and a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Misses low for ball 1. So now the White Sox is trying to pile it on by putting a man in scoring position with the game already won. 1-1 pitch. This is outside for ball 2. All the Royals statistics offensively have been dropping, while the pitching statistics have been rising in these last 5 games. So now we'll see at the very least if they can recover at all. Fouled off for strike 2. Evening the count, Kennedy trying to end this inning. Next pitch will be 27 for him. Two-two pitch. Misses high for ball 3. And the count runs full. He has an open base. Jose Abreu on deck. Payoff pitch to Encarnacion. Misses for ball 4. That'll make a force available anywhere. And another walk for Kennedy. He'll still be out there working. We'll see if Matheny is ready to take him out. He'll stay out there to face Abreu, who's 2 for 2 today. Again, with the game well lost. Matheny trying to get Kennedy to at least pitch 1 inning here. We'll see if we'll go with a long man in the next inning. He doesn't have many long men left. McCarthy capable of pitching a good 3 innings. That pitch misses inside for ball 1. Matheny really with nowhere left to go. 1 ball and no strike.
That's ball.
This is high for ball 2, so Kennedy has completely lost his command now, after throwing 30 pitches so far in the inning. If he can just get one more ball in play, maybe he'll actually be hit to somebody and could end the inning, but he can't even get the ball over the plate at this point. Now he finally does, and it's fouled off for strike 1. Clearly exhausted from last night. Hoping he wouldn't have to come in so early tonight. The 2-1 pitch to Abreu. This is for ball 3. Mazzara on deck. Kennedy about to walk, the bases loaded. Three-one pitch. Misses for ball 4. Another walk by Kennedy. Bases are loaded with 2 outs now in the bottom of the 4th.
The right fielder, number 30.
That'll bring up Nomar Mazzara. 0 for 2 today.
Mazzara.
If he gets on, then the White Sox will have batted around. Kennedy unable to throw strikes at this point. First pitch to Mazzara. Misses for ball 1. Basabe at third, Encarnacion at second, and Abreu at first. The game drags on as this bottom of the 4th inning has been a very long one. 35 pitches for Kennedy now. Strike 1. Does get a ball over the plate there. One pitch. Hit into right center. Phillips going back, and he makes the catch, and the inning's finally over. And the White Sox score 3 more runs. We'll go to the 5th inning now. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. So we're seeing another catastrophic collapse from the Royals pitching staff. Phil Meyer and Kennedy now both have given up 3 runs. So down 6 runs, and in the 5th inning, and the Royals unable to get more than 2 in a game. All they can do is just see if they can save their stats at all. So many of them went into the series with very good statistics and now have fallen to the bottom part of the American League. Now here's Brett Phillips.
Number 14.
This is the first game he's played in this series. First pitch to him. Misses for ball 1. First game he's played in since Saturday. In there for strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
So the count is even. Ronaldo Lopez has no pressure left on him. You just go after this Royals lineup, and going after him is what he's been doing to get all the strikeouts. Phillips fouls out 1 off, 1-2. One-two pitch. Hits it the other way again to stay alive out there. 70 pitches for Lopez. All those strikeouts have really did a number on his pitch count. 1-2. Grounded to Moncada at third. Out number 1. The last time the Royals got a hit, it ended in a double play.
With
Last time they had a guy on base was last inning. Gallagher walked with 2 outs. And here's Whit Merrifield. Whit Merrifield 0 for 2 today. And he's gone from one of the best hitters in baseball to one of the coldest. 0-2 to him. Grounded up the left field line, foul. So maybe it's something about guaranteed rate field that stops Whit Merrifield from hitting. Because he had a very cold start to the season here. Now the 0-1 pitch. Hits this one into center, and Basabe is there for out number 2. A well-hit ball.
the left fielder, number 4.
Once again, found a glove.
Gordon.
Seahawks Gordon will come to the plate, 1 for 2. And here's the first pitch to Gordon, and his third at bat. Another pitch well low in the zone, called a strike. This game might still be winnable for the Royals if that pitch were called a strike for their pitchers. It's been called a strike 3 times now for Lopez, and not once for the Royals. 0-1 pitch. Misses for ball 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
1-1 pitch to Gordon. Grounds it to Encarnacion at first, and there's a quick out, number 3. So the Royals just cruising until their day off. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Royals.
So after a long and very unproductive inning by Ian Kennedy, Kevin McCarthy will come into the game. He's pitched 8 innings this year, 3.38 ERA. He'll face the bottom of the order, Zach Collins, who led off the last inning, will lead off this inning. He walked his last time up, and then later scored on the Moncada home run. So hopefully McCarthy can have a lot more accuracy than Kennedy. Here's the first pitch. This is for ball 1, not a good start. There's no reason not to pitch to Zach Collins. He has shown he's not a very good hitter. He's fouled off with 1-1. Regardless, Kennedy walked him to lead off the inning, as he was unable to put pitches over the plate the entire time. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Misses for ball 2.
Ball 2.
So now everything that the Royals had working, and it wasn't very much coming into this series in the first place, but they had everything working before the Baltimore series. It's all gone. The hitting, the power, the defense, the starting pitching, and now the relief pitching is gone. This is chopped back to McCarthy. There, the first is in time for out number 1. The relief pitching did very well yesterday. Jesse Hahn earned himself a nice pat on the back after pitching 5 innings and finally giving up the game after his offense couldn't help him. Barlow and Hahn warming up in the bullpen as McCarthy was able to get the leadoff man out. If he can get through this inning quickly, it would make sense to bring him out for the 6th. Here's Danny Mendick, who's 0 for 2 today. Called strike 1. Finally, the Royals get that low pitch called a strike. The White Sox look baffled. Can't understand why. They've seen that pitch called a strike today, just not when they're at the plate. 0-1 now. Swings and misses at that pitch for strike 2. Now the 0-2 pitch. In the dirt for ball 1. Gallagher couldn't get a handle on it. This is for ball 2. Count is even to Mendick. McCarthy had him, and now he's losing him. Young Moncada on deck. Two-two pitch. Misses for ball 3. Another pitch we've seen called a strike several times for Ronaldo Lopez. The Royals can't even get the umpires on their side at this point. Count is full. Payoff pitch to Mendick. Fouls it off to the left side. Still 3-2. Another payoff pitch here. Call it strike 3. 2 outs and nobody on, and McCarthy will now face the top of the order.
Now batting, the third baseman,
Mendick keeping the bat on the shoulder. Expecting McCarthy to miss again, and he didn't. Hit his spot perfectly, and he got the strikeout. Now here's Moncada, who's 2 for 3 today. He hit a 3-run home run in the last inning. There's strike 1 to him. McCarthy looking for a 1-2-3 inning. The 0-1 pitch to Moncada. Swings and misses well early at that changeup for strike 2. Be the first 1-2-3 inning of the game. Took the main innings to do that last night. Shinker in the dirt for ball 1. Gallagher setting up outside. Misses low for ball 2. That gets the count even. McCarthy on the verge of losing another hitter if he's not careful. Swings and misses for strike 3, so it is a 1-2-3 inning for Kevin McCarthy. And that'll get him to the 6th. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Jorge Soler will lead off the top of the 6th. He walked his last time up. So we'll see if the Royals can do anything with Lopez yet. Now that we're in the top of the 6th and he's still throwing a shutout. The third pitcher to face the Royals this week to have their best start of the season. Swings and misses at that changeup for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch to Soler. Misses for ball 1. Fastball tails outside. Misses at spot. So the count's even to Soler. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Misses for ball 2. Now, it's not like Lopez has been pitching that accurately. He's walked a lot of guys, given up several hits, but the Royals can't put anything together to bring in a run. 2-1 now. Misses outside for ball 3. Hunter Dozier on deck. (3-1) to Soler. Lopez at 80 pitches. That's 81. Hit the other way foul. That runs the count full. Payoff pitch. Fouled off, and we'll do it again. Soler really trying to extend this at bat. Maybe like Lopez a little tired. Possibly score a run. Another 3-2 here. Hanging pitch, called a ball. Surprisingly, Lopez doesn't get the call. Probably the first time that's happened all day. And Soler has a leadoff walk. That'll bring up Hunter Dozier. He's 0 for 2. Has to avoid the double play. Something the Royals have struggled to do in the last several games. First pitch to Dozier. And Lopez will get the call there. Looked a bit inside. Called strike 1. Dozier has 10 doubles on the year. Soler doesn't have good speed. A double wouldn't necessarily score him. Oh, 1 pitch. Misses way outside for ball 1. (1-1) now to Dozier. Called strike 2, keeping the bat on his shoulder. The Royals have actually had more success not swinging so far today than they have when they swung the bat. 1-2 pitch. Chop foul behind the plate. Still 1-2. (1-2) pitch. Fouled off again. We'll see another 1-2. Dozier trying to stay alive, but he also needs to stay out of the double play. Another 1-2. Swings and misses for strike 3. Lopez has 6. A pitch well low in the zone. Dozier fooled by the breaking ball. So now, out number 1, and here's Ryan O'Hearn. Kopech and Cease warming up in the bullpen. Lopez has thrown a lot of pitches. This is outside for ball 1. He hasn't given up a run. So we'll see how long Rick Renteria decides to go with him. Gio Gonzalez was in a similar situation last night. He hadn't given up a run, but he threw a lot of pitches, so when he finally did give up a run, he was taken out. This is for ball 2. Of course, Gonzalez only had a 1-run lead to work with. Lopez has a 6-run lead. 2-0 to O'Hearn.
Ball 3.
This is for ball 3. Struggling to put a ball over the plate against O'Hearn. Michael Franco on deck. (3-0) pitch. Misses outside, ball 4. Walking O'Hearn on 4 straight pitches. He puts a man in scoring position. And Franco will come to the plate.
Now batting, third baseman, Michael Franco.
They continue to have success not swinging the bats while struggling to do anything when they try to swing. Franco walked in the second. He's 0 for 1 today. He hasn't gotten a hit in this series. First pitch to Franco. Swings at a pitch outside, takes it to right. Mazzara goes back to get it. And there's out number 2. Both runners have to retreat back to first and second. 2 outs, man on first and second. That'll bring up Cam Gallagher. Gallagher 1 for 1 today. He shingled and then walked. .95 pitcher for Lopez right here. This is high for ball 1. Gallagher were somehow able to hit his second home run of the season, he would cut the lead in half. 1-0 pitch. Chop foul for strike 1. Lopez takes a look at Soler. The 1-1 pitch to Gallagher is fouled off for strike 2. The Royals hit a lot of foul balls, and they rarely put the ball in play, and whenever they do, it sits right to somebody. 1-2 pitch. Just able to get a piece of that ball outside. Still 1-2. Would have been ball 2 had he not swung at it. One-two pitch. Fouled off to the right side, still staying alive out there. Lopez has thrown 23 pitches in this inning. It'll be 100 in the game on this pitch. And Gallagher once again able to just get a piece of it, and once again it would have been ball 2 had he not swung at all. Another 1-2. Finally, swings and misses at a pitch outside. I don't know how many times you can be fooled like that, but he's gone. The Royals still can't score. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Luis Basabe will lead off the bottom of the 6th. So McCarthy will have to face Anderson in this inning. He's the first pitch of the bottom of the 6th. In there for strike 1. So he starts off Basabe with strike 1. Basabe 1 for 2. He got through the 5th inning, 1-2-3. Grounded to Witt at short. Throw to first is in time for out number 1. So another play by Witt, didn't boot that ball. And here's Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson is 0 for 2 today. He walked his first time up. Hasn't been on base since, as Royals pitching has been able to keep him quiet so far today. First pitch is chopped foul for strike 1. 0-1 now. Swings and misses at a slider way outside for strike 2. Now the 0-2 and McCarthy looking for the strikeout. Swings and misses for strike 3 and Anderson is gone. Good job by McCarthy. Looking for another 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the 6th. He'll have to get by Eloy Jimenez, who homered in the 3rd, to get another 1-2-3 inning. Changeup drops in there for strike 1. 0-1 pitch to Jimenez. In there for strike 2. Now the 0-2 to Jimenez. He has another hitter down 0-2. And this time the sink is far too inside. You can fool him, so 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gallagher wanting it inside. The 1-2 pitch. Popped up. Merrifield goes out to shallow right. And another 1-2-3 inning for McCarthy. So we'll go to the 7th now. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Bobby Witt Jr. is 0 for 2 today. He'll lead off the top of the 7th. Cordero and Herrera warming up in the bullpen. Lopez has thrown 101 pitches to this point, but still hasn't given up a run.
Nope, that's the ball.
So there is Cordero and Herrera just throwing warm-up tosses. And really, Lopez hasn't had to exert himself to get outs. The only reason this hasn't been a much shorter game is because of all the walks. Witt gets his first career base hit into left field to lead off the top of the 7th. So Witt finally able to get that hit. It took 3 at-bats. Well, the way they were talking about him, you'd expect it to take 1. So we'll see if he can build on that. He made an error today, but now he has his first success at the plate. Off a pitcher that the Royals haven't been able to figure out. That's only the 4th hit of the game. And Witt's career at the plate has officially started with his first hit, and Rick Renteria not taking any chances, taking out Ronaldo Lopez. Another great game for another White Sox pitcher who's been struggling mightily this year. And he'll get a standing ovation from the crowd. So Michael Kopech will come into the game, his 12th appearance of the season. He's pitched 19 and 2/3 innings with an ERA of 5.03. So he'll probably try to get the double play right out of the box. Brett Phillips is at the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. And his first pitch hits Phillips. That puts a man in scoring position with nobody out. The top of the lineup will come up. Not a good start of the game for Kopech. And Whit Merrifield will come to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. So the Royals have something going, but they've had a real knack for stopping rallies before they can even get started in these last 5 games. Merrifield went 0 for 6 yesterday. He's 0 for 3 today. Tries to take it the other way, and it's fouled off. No balls and a strike. He'll be followed by Gordon. And then Soler, if there's no double plays. A 1 pitch.
That's a ball.
Misses for ball 1.
1-1.
So Witt got a base hit. And then Kopech hit Phillips to put Witt on second. So there's 2 men on and 1 out. Kopech put that second man on. 1-1 to Merrifield. Grounded foul to the left side. 1-2. Royals just looking for 1 run here. 1-2 to Merrifield. Misses for ball 2. Kopech still able to throw 100 miles an hour. 2-2 pitch. In the dirt, misses for ball 3. The count runs full, and there is Alex Gordon. It's unlikely Merrifield will walk. But if he does, the bases will be loaded for Gordon and maybe even Soler. Payoff pitch. Misses for ball 4. Kopech actually does miss, and Merrifield's able to get on base by way of a walk. You don't see a lot of White Sox pitchers, at least in his last 2 series against the Royals, get a full count and then miss again. But the Royals have walked a lot today, and now they have the bases loaded with nobody out. First pitch to Gordon.
Nope.
First pitch misses for ball 1. With the way the offense is going, It seems like in a situation which is normally impossible for a pitcher to get out of without giving up at least one run, it's highly likely for Kopech to get out of this with giving up nothing. So if the Royals bats are going to turn on at any point, it has to be here when they have a chance to do something in this game. 2 balls and no strikes to Gordon. Gordon's done very well with runners in scoring position this year, but lately he's been kept quiet in this situation. Fastball misses for ball 3, and now Kopech one missed pitch away from putting a run on the board for Kansas City without them even having to swing the bats. Jorge Soler is on deck. Gotta expect this to be a strike, the 3-0 pitch. Misses for ball 4. He walks Gordon on 4 straight pitches, giving him RBI, and the Royals have their first run after 1 hit.
The designated hitter, Jorge Soler.
So Kopech is looking fatigued now after pitching last night. And now he'll have to face Jorge Soler with the bases loaded and nobody out. Soler has walked twice today. He's 0 for 1. Cordero and Cishek warming up in the White Sox bullpen. So the Royals, out of this situation, do get at least 1. They still have a chance for more. The bases are still loaded and there's still nobody out. Strike 1 to Soler. Kopech does get 1 over the plate. So now the tying run right now, actually represented by Hunter Dozier in the on-deck circle. Unlikely it'll happen that easily. Misses for ball 1. One pitch. Soler grounds it over Wilson's head. It bounced over Vance Wilson. 1-2. One-two pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Collins kept it underneath him in that instance, and nobody scored. 2-2 pitch. Swings and misses for strike 3, well out in front of another ball, and once again Soler has a chance to do something and strikes out instead.
Now batting.
So here's Dozier 0 for 3. We'll see if he can do anything here. This is for ball 1. When the Royals were in this situation, 1 out, and the bases loaded last night, they just struck out twice to blow the opportunity. Dozier fouls out 1 off. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Already 1 strikeout in the inning, so there's 1 out. Dozier will have to try to avoid that here. He's got to at least put the ball in play. Pitch misses for ball 2. 2-1 now to Dozier. And he fouls it off for strike 2. A lot of foul balls. Not a lot of balls productively hit forward. The only hit this inning is actually Bobby Witt, who's already scored. 2-2 pitch to Dozier. And Dozier hits it right to Mendick, and a double play will end the inning. Another blown situation. It seems almost impossible to comprehend, but it continues to happen. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Kansas City.
McCarthy pitched a couple really good innings, but here in the bottom of the 7th, Mike Matheny going with Scott Barlow into his 14th game. 15 2/3 inning pitched and an ERA of 0.57. Holland and Stalmont getting to work in the Royals bullpen behind him as Edwin Encarnacion steps to the plate. Double plays have absolutely killed the Royals in the last 2 games. Seems like every chance they have an opportunity to do some damage, they hit and do a double play and stop it right there. All the situations that they have missed have hurt their morale just as much as their record. 0-1 to Encarnacion. Swings and misses at a 2-seam fastball right down the middle for strike 2. Gallagher winning this one low, the 0-2 pitch. This is for ball 1. 1-2 pitch.
That's ball two.
And that pitch has been called a strike several times for the White Sox, so the Royals' strike zone is still very different from the White Sox strike zone. And that's got to be frustrating even more. Two-two pitch. Chop foul. Still 2-2. Fastball misses low for ball 3. That runs the count full. That's got to be on Barlow's mind now that he should have been rung up. Payoff pitch. Swings and misses. He finally does get the strikeout. So Barlow's got the leadoff man gone on strikes. That'll bring up Jose Abreu. So here is Abreu. 2 for 2 today. Strike 1. He walked his last time up while Kennedy was struggling through the 4th. So now the 0-1 pitch to him. And that pitch goes his way, low in the zone. Strike 2. That's been called like that for both teams now, multiple times. Swings and misses that pitch way outside for strike 3. Barlow gets him on 3 straight pitches. So Barlow looking for a quick inning here in the bottom of the 7th. The White Sox haven't gotten a hit since the 4th inning, thanks to McCarthy, and now Barlow working well. And Mazar hits this one deep to right center, but Phillips is there. And another 1-2-3 inning. So we'll go to the 8th inning. The Royals down by 5. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Ryan O'Hearn will come to the plate, leading off the top of the 8th. He walked his last time up. Kopech is still out there. So he'll face a righty yet again. He's 0 for 2 today other than those walks, so seeing a righty hasn't helped him much today. Strike 1. So Kopech starting out Ryan O'Hearn, who leads the team in strikeouts with strike 1. Slider misses inside for ball 1. Cordero and Herrera warming up in the White Sox bullpen. See how long Kopech stays out there. He can probably finish this game. Chopper and Collins will get it. Throw to first is in time for out number 1. It was right in front of the plate. Collins only had to take about 1 step to pick it up. See how the two pitchers compare. Lopez only gave up 1 run. It was an inherited run. He didn't give it up himself. He just gave up the hit and then the run later scored. He pitched 6 innings. Phil Meyer gave up 3 runs in 3 innings. So the Royals still looking for a starter who can go deep into a ball game without giving up a bunch of runs. And right now, the only one who's done that in the last rotation was Jake Judas. Mike Montgomery did all right yesterday. But you have to be perfect to get the Royals to win right now. This is into foul territory. Mendick dives and can't get it. No balls and a strike. Franco 0 for 2 today. Still doesn't have a hit in this series. It's just into left, and Jimenez is there. Another good stroke. Even when the Royals do hit the ball well, it's an out. That'll bring up Cam Gallagher, who's 1 for 2 today. So after this game, the Royals really have to sit down during their flight and figure out what they're going to do to stop this monumental collapse that's all around. It's not just pitching anymore. It's not just hitting. It's everything. Nothing is working for this team. So Mike Matheny, his coaching staff, and the players will all have to take some time during their day off and figure out what they're going to do to stop this downward spiral before this season goes down the tubes. Gallagher gets yet another hit. He's been hitting very well in his limited time. So on Saturday, likely when he'll be starting again, See if he can continue his hot streak. Here's Bobby Witt, who hit a single his last time up and then later scored.
Inside.
Fastball misses inside for ball 1. 2 outs and a man on first. I'm sure the fans in Kansas City will be anxiously awaiting Bobby Witt's arrival. 1-0 pitch. Tries to take it the other way, and it's fouled off for strike 1. Count is even to Witt. 1-1 pitch. Swings and misses at a two-seam fastball for strike 2. You don't see a lot of 100-mile-per-hour fastballs in Omaha. 1-2 now. Rounded to Moncada at third. He'll go to second with it for out number 3, and that ends the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th now. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for
Tim Hill will come into the game. The second straight game he's pitched. His 6th appearance of the season. He's pitched 4 1/3 inning and an ERA of 6.23. He was able to pitch a scoreless inning last night. Holland and Stalmont warming up in the bullpen. And we'll see how Collins does against the 8, 9, and 1 hitter. Zach Collins warming up. Zach Collins leading off, in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch by Tim Collins of the day. Swung on and missed for strike 1. There is Stalmont and Holland as they prepare. One of them maybe to come into the game in the 9th. You don't usually see Hill pitching multiple innings. This is inside for ball 1. One pitch now. This is for ball 2. Well low and outside. Two-one pitch. This is for ball 3. Danny Mendick on deck. Collins having trouble locating to start this inning. We saw this last night. He was able to recover and get through the inning. 3-1 to Collins. Popped up. Gordon coming in shallow left. And there's out number 1. So Zach Collins is gone. Leadoff man out. Here's Danny Mendick, who's 0 for 3 today. First pitch to Mendick. This is high for ball 1. So Hill not able to start out another hitter with a strike like he did with Collins. 2-0 now to Mendick, the 9-hole hitter. He'll be followed by Jan Moncada. And this is hit deep to left field, but it looks like not deep enough. Gordon is there for out number 2. So 2 outs, nobody on. Back to the top of the order. Jan Moncada will come to the plate. Having the base games he's had against the Royals so far this year, he's 2 for 4 with a home run and a double. The home run brought in 3 runs. Hill looking for another 1-2-3 inning to keep the bullpen streak going that started in the 5th, which was the first 1-2-3 inning. White Sox still hitless since the 4th, but the damage already well done by the time that inning was over and done with. 0-1 pitch to Moncada. Fouled off of Gallagher for strike 2. They're looking to end this inning. He's got 1 strike to go. The 0-2 pitch. This is inside for ball 1. And really what we've seen with Moncada, you don't want to get him to hit it the other way. You want him to pull it, so Hill throwing an inside pitch there, maybe a little too far inside. 1-2. Swings and misses on a low pitch for strike 3. Another 1-2-3 inning by the Royals bullpen. They've still got things going. So we'll go to the 9th. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Leading up for Kansas
Brett
City.
Phillips will lead off the top of the ninth inning.
Brett Phillips.
First pitch by Kopech in the ninth. He's still out there. The Royals didn't give him too much trouble in the eighth after he walked in a run in the seventh, so why not keep him out there? No reason to waste your pitchers against a team that's not hitting. 1 ball and 1 strike to Brett Phillips. Phillips is 1 for 2 today. He will be followed by Merrifield and Gordon. One pitch. Rounds it to Encarnacion at first, and there's out number 1.
Now back. Second base.
So that'll bring up Whit Merrifield 0 for 3 today. He walked his last time up. We'll see if he can get anything going in the ninth inning. Maybe even get a second run. Seems like a long shot at this point with the way the Royals are hitting. At any point, the top of the lineup could turn things back on. There's strike 1 to Merrifield. Kind of hard to turn things back on when you're not hitting pitches like that. Just watch it go by, and he's down in the count. 0-1 pitch. Swings and misses for strike 2. So Merrifield, watching a pitch he could hit, then swinging at a pitch he can't, getting him down 0-2 in the lineup, in the count. Gordon on deck. Looks like he might be the last hitter of the game. So, Merrifield not showing good eyes at the plate.
Now batting. Les Shielder.
He watched a great hanging breaking ball that was right down the middle go by, and then swings at a couple pitches he had no shot at hitting. And he strikes out. He's 0 for 4 now, and here's Alex Gordon, the only one of the top 3 that has a hit today.
Count 1-0.
Fastball misses outside for ball 1. He's the only one in the top 3, not including Mondesi, who has a hit in the last 2 games. One-0 pitch. Strike 1. The 1-1 to Gordon. Swung on and missed. Fastball right down the middle for strike 2. One-two pitch. This is inside for ball 2. Good eye by Gordon. Not freely swinging like Merrifield. At least not right now. The 2-2 pitch. Almost hits him. Misses for ball 3. Soler on deck if Gordon gets on. The count is full. To the number 2 slot, the Royals lineup. Payoff pitch to Gordon. Fouls it off. The game will continue for at least one more pitch. Another 3-2. Misses inside for ball 4, so Gordon's able to get a base out of that at bat. Doesn't really matter, but he will keep Kopech out there pitching at least. Give Soler a chance to help himself out. He has 2 walks today, but he's 0 for 2 when he's not given a base. He has 1 hit in this series. First pitch to Soler. Misses inside for ball 1. One-0 pitch. This is for ball 2. Surprised that these first 2 pitches have been so far outside the zone. Kopech has been watching these last 3 games like the rest of us. He can just throw pitches right there in the zone as long as they're not fastballs. Soler can't hit them. 2-0 pitch. Well, if he's not going to swing, then why not throw pitches right down the middle? Fastball right there for Soler, a pitch he usually crushes, and he watches it go by instead. See if he continues with that strategy, the 2-1 pitch. Soler does swing at that, and he fouls it off for strike 2. Even when they do swing on a pitch they should hit, they can do nothing more than just foul it off. Now the 2-2 to Soler. Ball 3 could have been called strike 3. Surprised the umpire didn't. And another full count to another Royals hitter. Hunter are on deck if Soler gets on. Payoff pitch. Grounded foul to the left side. So we'll see another 3-2 pitch as Gordon and Soler really extending this game. Another 3-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Soler out on strikes yet again. And the White Sox sweep the Royals here in Chicago. And the Royals' losing streak goes to 5 games, and they're now only 2 games above 500. So they definitely have some work to do. A lot of thinking to do during their day off. This copyrighted telecast is presented on authority of the Kansas City Royals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Kansas City Royals Baseball Corporation. Our final line score, the Royals score 1 run off 5 hits and 1 error. The White Sox score 6 runs off 6 hits and no errors. Lopez with the win, Philmeyer with the loss, and Kopech gets the save, pitching the last 3 innings. We'll leave you with the highlights of this game. We'll see you Friday night at 6 o'clock. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
6 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For Kansas City, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error, and 13 runners left on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours exactly. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.